Morning Geelong, as we continue our coverage of the Johnson Collection. You may ask, what is the Johnson Collection? Well, the man to tell us all about the Johnson Collection and a wonderful place named Fairhall is Louis Lavalion. How are you, Louis?
Good, thank you.
It's a tongue twister, that one.
It's a bit tricky, but I don't mind how it's said as long as they get the Louis right. It's fine.
We got the Louis right. Louis, the Johnson Collection, we're here at St David's Church Hall here in our great city of Geelong, where there is a meeting of, gathering of ladies who are involved, and men.
And men.
Yes, and involved in preparing for the Johnson Collection Christmas Fair 2009 at Fairhall. Now, first of all, what is the Johnson Collection for our viewers?
The Johnson Collection is a house museum that was a whole series of Georgian Regency Louis XIV antiques and decorative arts paintings that Mr Johnson bequeathed to the people of Victoria in 1986, and they're put together in his house that he lived in, which is called Fairhall, which is open to the public. However, each year at Christmas we invite different regional groups of quilters, crafters, embroiderers, anyone that's involved with making things, to create Christmas decorations specifically for the house that are based on his life or the works that are actually in the house themselves. This year we've invited people from Geelong and the Geelong region.
Now, where is Fairhall located for our viewers?
East Melbourne. It's you have to come by appointment only. It's one of the conditions that we work with, that people have to make a booking to come, but it's a small Georgian type house in East Melbourne itself.
Now, the Johnson Collection, as you said, you move around different country centres asking each centre each year to present. Where have you been previously?
We've been to Castlemaine. We started out with the Embroiderers Guild in Melbourne itself. We've also been to Bendigo. Next year we're going to Warrnambool. So it's been an ongoing series of different regional groups.
And this year for 2009, it's the great city of Geelong's opportunity, because I know that our Geelong different groups that cover those particular elements of art are very, very prominent and very dedicated and passionate about the work they present.
They sure are. They've actually been working for the last 18 months or so, because the types of works that they're making take a long period of time. We give them a long lead time, and it allows this to sort of build up the story and build up them knowing the collection, so they know exactly what they're working with, and they can extract elements out of Mr Johnson's life or from the actual pieces themselves to make those works.
And today we've seen at the ladies' meeting, as they prepare for their 2009 Christmas exhibition at Fairhall, the beginning of some of those things, and it covers different ceramic, the embroidery, even the knitted camels. That's and right. There was a beautiful peacock, the Christmas trees, all the traditional elements associated with the great English Christmas decorations that one would imagine in some of those wonderful halls.
That's right. I mean, Mr Johnson was quite specific in that he liked English things. He wasn't particularly interested in collecting Australian things, so the stories are more English, and the sort of traditional aspects of Christmas puddings. There's some lovely quilts and things in there, but you also see some dragons. There's some lovely three-dimensional dragons, and different sort of exotic things, because he did travel quite widely too, so a lot of the makers have picked up stories from the different areas or countries that he travelled in as well.
Now, the timeline the ladies have to work on as far as the deadline before you as director and curator then take over is later this year?
Yeah, we open the day after Melbourne Cup, which is I think the 4th of November, and we're open for 2 months. So because it's a very popular exhibition, a lot of people travel big distances to come. We have Christmas for 4 months at the Johnston Collection.
So it gives the people of Geelong who are involved in all of these very important and very detailed areas of art and craft, the opportunity to show off the wares, but the actual curator's job is to put them on best display.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the makers are involved with thinking about where they go in the house and what part of the house they go in, so they work specifically with the house. But we just help them out with that and make sure that right at the very end, before it's open to the public, it looks its absolute best, because we want to represent them and their works in the best possible way.
Now, I know, viewers, one of the early secrets I can give you is that I know that the staircase is going to feature the 12 Days of Christmas.
That's right, by the porcelain painters. So they've done a wonderful series of 12 little images that relate directly to that song. And
that is very intricate work, Louis.
It's intricate. I mean, I'll hopefully also get to see the postcards which they've made, which are extremely fine and delicate and take a lot of firings at the right temperatures on conditions not like today. They need a good dry day to make sure they work.
And there's one particular postcard in the exhibition that actually appears to, it's been signed by Winston when it was addressed to Mr. Johnson. So there's a suggestion there that it may have come from the great Sir Winston Churchill.
It may have done. We've got to work that out. Not quite sure yet, but who knows? Quite possibly.
It's the imagination as well for, as you say, the people who are providing the exhibit. They go into the house to get their ideas first, then come away, and as we have at St David's today, continue to meet on an ongoing basis and update.
That's right, certainly, and I think one of the great things is that the individual groups who don't necessarily meet all together, all of a sudden they're seeing a whole lot of different things that different craft makers are actually making in this region, and they get inspired by what everyone else is doing as well.
Talking of inspiration, where did you get the inspiration to become very close and involved as director and curator of the Johnson Collection?
I worked for a period of time at Auckland Museum, having done exhibitions on contemporary craft and historical craft, and then decided to come over here. Johnson Collection's a great house, great collection. And it's a wonderful way of working with a whole lot of different groups and people.
How well known is it?
Very well known. We like to say that it's a hidden jewel in the heart of East Melbourne. It's one of those fantastic little treasures that Melbourne has. And fantastic because Mr. Johnson handed over his collection to the people of Victoria. And so what we're doing is also encouraging other people from Victoria to come in through exhibitions like this.
So we'll have the Johnson Collection Christmas Collection exhibition for 2009. On display will be work from the Geelong people involved in the worlds of art and craft, fine arts and craft, really, isn't it?
Sure is, yep.
And that will be open the day after Melbourne Cup Day, which is the first Tuesday in November, for a period of 2 months.
4 months.
4 months.
A very long Christmas at the Johnston Collection.
So, and it'll be an ideal opportunity for you, the viewers, to be able to go out and see what the people of Geelong, both men and ladies, are very, very capable of. Thank you very much for your time today, Louis.
You're welcome.
We'll certainly catch up with you as we get closer to the opening date of around November and during the Christmas period. The Johnson Collection for Christmas 2009. It's not that far away. And Geelong, and Good Morning Geelong, has been a part of promoting that awareness here at St David's Church in Newtown, in our great city of Geelong. We'll take a break and be back after this with Tim Mitchell.